plaintiff, Patience Ferguson Boyd, says while married to her ex, he impregnated the defendant. And ever since then, the defendant has been harassing her, and she has the video to prove it. Patience is suing for harassment, medical bills, and pain and suffering. Defendant Alexis Davis insists Patience is the one who's been harassing and stalking her. And she even threatened Alexis with a gun. She's countersuing for the harassment.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you. Why don't you tell me what happened?
Back in 2017, I had just come back home, and my husband at the time, Saquon Horton, informed me that he was getting ready to have a child with Miss Davis. And I said, okay. I said, well, I was away while I was on active duty. I ended up having an accident, and I no longer can have children naturally. I have to have IVF now. So I was understanding of, my husband's incident, what happened with him having a child with another woman. He agreed that we would take a DNA test once the child was born. During the course of waiting for Miss Davis to have the child, Miss Davis texted me. If you look at page 22, there's a message from Miss Davis.
What did she say? Tell me.
Miss Davis says, "This is Alexis, Sean's girlfriend. We're looking to get married soon, so he's going to be filing UTC for divorce. Don't worry about the payments and stuff. I got that. I just need to know from you, when can we make this happen?" My response was, "What?" And then she responded back, very self-explanatory.
This is very confusing. And I'm sure she'll clear it up. Man, why didn't you ask him these questions? He's the one that has to make these decisions.
I did ask him the questions, but he doesn't know how to go by law-wise to handle those type of influences.
Hold on, handle what?
He doesn't know how to handle trying to get a divorce and go forward with that.
He told you, hold on, ma'am, hold on. No. This man got you like that. He told you he don't know how to get a divorce. That's his excuse. You let that man tell you that?
No, he did say that, but he also said that he tried to get a divorce with her, and she told him that she was going to get a divorce with him, and that she had went up there, so he went down to the courthouse to see if a divorce had been filed, and nothing had been filed.
He said he can't get a divorce because he doesn't know how. And I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
He got up, baby. I don't know what he doing. But don't sound like you should be leaving. Anytime that man got her talking like this, he is special. Yeah. I'm jealous of him. I can't get my wife to talk like that. All right. Lord, my wife don't believe nothing I say. I just stretch the truth. I don't lie. I'll be just adding a little something on it to dramatize the situation. That's what I do. Yeah. Keep interest. We'll be with a couple. Did she do that when we were out
she did it when we were together. Yep.
We did it with them. I go to telling the stories. I put a little something on it. She's like, no, stop saying that. That's not what happened. I'm like, what? So ask my wife. She'll let me get it. I can't even stretch it. But she tells Doyle and his wife, don't believe nothing Gregory say.
That was great.
All right. So that's what you tell him. Okay. Tell me about the fight you're suing her over or the medical expenses.
My husband, me and him we continued to have relations because we were not, we had not began to go through the full divorce filing process. Because that was between he and I. He and I began to do counseling. We went and saw a pastor with each other. We prayed with each other. And the whole time while we were trying to mend our marriage, he was playing, he was playing both sides. He was going back and sleeping with her and telling her one thing and then coming back telling me something else. And it all happened on October the 8th. I was coming home. I was going home from night school. I ended up stopping at one of my local convenience stores. I walked inside. I'm grabbing my snacks to go home. And I get outside to my car. On my way outside to my car, I began to hear Miss Davis screaming and yelling threats at me. Your Honor, there is a video I would like to show you of this.
Okay, and just tell me first, and then we'll look.
Yeah, she's been screaming and yelling at me, cursing, trying to come at me. That was my first time ever seeing Miss Davis. So I didn't recognize her, but I did recognize my ex-husband. So, well, at the time he was my husband. And when I recognized him, I recognized, oh, okay, wait. This is the lady that has been harassing me, texting me, and threatening me.
What did he do when he saw her coming at you?
He began to try, but first he did nothing. You know, she started coming towards me. I had my firearm with me, my licensed firearm with me. And when she saw my firearm, Your Honor, she ran back to the car. When she ran back to the car, I then retreated and went back and got in my car. Once I started getting in my car, she comes back charging at me, Your Honor.
Who?
Like I don't still have the same firearm.
She does?
Yes, Your Honor.
With a gun?
You start charging at a person who had a gun? I told you that man got you way sprung.
That's not true, Your Honor. That's
You
not
way
true, Your Honor.
sprung.
That's not true. That's none of that.
I'm starting to think you don't have good sense.
That's not true. None of that she said is true.
What was the man? Tell me about him.
We pulled up. He was the driver. I was the passenger. I get out to go in to purchase gas. Miss Ferguson came out of the store, saw me, and immediately ran to her car, pulled her firearm, cocked it, and started saying, "What's up?" Like, you know, trying to come at me, like confronting me with harsh words and harassing me, threatening me as to she was going to shoot me. And I started backing up. He pulled me. He got me in the car because we were exchanging words. He got me inside the car, and we got ready to pull off.
You want me to see something on here? Let the tape roll. Plaintiff wanted me to look at something here.
This is from the first incident, Your Honor. The first harassment case.
Was that
That's
circle?
me in the pink. That's me, Your Honor. Coming out of the store, getting into my car.
Running.
You'll see Miss Davis
Running.
come from around the corner on the side.
She's running to
There
the
she
car.
is trying to get me to fight her. She's swinging her arms. That's Miss Davis. This is me as I walk
Who is
up to
that
their
walking
closer
over
look.
there? Hold on. Who is that
That's
walking
her,
over
And I
there?
recognize
That's Miss
Ma'am,
Ferguson.
Yes,
who
Your
is
Honor.
that walking over there?
that's me, Your
That's Miss
Honor.
Ferguson.
Oh, you went to confront her. All right, go ahead. Let's get to
No,
the
Your
next
Honor,
case.
I want to
Ma'am,
get a
I saw
closer
what
look.
just happened. You shouldn't have shown me that, I must tell you, because what you just showed me is whatever was being said from 20 feet apart, you decided to walk over to where she was and confront her instead of staying where you were, getting your gas as quick as you can, get in that car and pull off. Instead, you say, I'm going to go over here. Got it. Why don't you talk to me,
Your
ma'am?
Honor, I could not see
Ma'am, that's
from that
enough,
distance,
ma'am.
and
That's
that's why
enough.
I went closer
That's
to see
enough.
what was going
That's
on.
enough. That's enough. And you continue to talk, ignoring me. That's called contempt of court. Let me hear from you.
Saquon called me on three-way while I was at work, and around this time I am 2 months pregnant, and said, well, you're no longer going to be with my husband. He's coming home with me.
That's enough. That's enough. I could care less about these arguments you all having about this man that played both of y'all. I want to hear about the incidents to see who, if anyone, should get a dime. Tell me about what I just saw.
That's not the incident that she's suing me for. The
Okay.
incident that she's suing me for, that I have video footage of that incident. I don't have.
All right, but I
actual
want to
footage of
know who started that one, what I just saw. That'll give me an indication of who has the mindset of confrontation.
Yes, I did see her. We exchanged words about what was going on, and that's when she pulled the gun out and started walking in front of her car to come and approach me with the gun. That's when my fiance got me into the car, and that's when she was still outside of her car, then got back into her car, and then drove on the side of us and was like, "You're not getting him back. You're not. He doesn't care about you. He's gonna leave you."
Did you call the police? Did you call the police? She pulled a weapon on you and walked towards you. Did you?
No, I did not
Why?
call the police. She pulled it out and
She didn't do anything, so you left it alone. Ma'am, tell me about the second incident.
Your Honor, I pressed charges for the harassment charge, and she pled guilty to that.
Are you referring to the first or second occasion?
The first occasion, Your Honor.
Okay,
The full
so
video
hold on,
wasn't
ma'am.
shown.
Be quiet. From that tape that I saw, she was charged with assault for what I just saw?
No, Your Honor. She was charged with harassment and intimidation. You didn't see the full video, Your Honor.
Go ahead. Let's see where she came at you. You tell me. Say, see, Your Honor, she's coming at me.
Here she is, Your Honor, right there.
She's going
That's
backward.
Mr. Horton.
Okay.
I'm in my car. No, this is her.
Okay.
She's steady trying. I'm in my car. I'm
You're
trying
in
to
your
leave.
car?
I'm calling the police at this
Why
point.
didn't you pull off?
Because this other young man that was with her, and I was trying to get my phone to call 911 as well. But this other young man that was with them, I'm not exactly sure what was going on. And so I'm pulling off and I'm trying to leave, and she's still coming at my car.
And what are you doing? Now, you stopping?
I'm leaving. She's still pulling up at my car.
You stopped.
Let's say what she was saying.
Why did you stop?
That's the end of the video, Your Honor.
Why did you stop instead of continuing
I
to
stopped and
drive?
I said, y'all need to leave me alone. I
Okay,
said,
you
I'm
should
gonna
have
press
kept
charges, y'all need
driving.
to
You
leave me
should have
alone.
kept driving. That was mutual harassment. The second incident,
On April the 9th, I ended up being at another gas station. They pull in and block my car in at the gas pump. As they block my car in at the gas pump, and they start trying to charge and come towards me, I then drew my firearm off of my hip, the same firearm from the first incident. I forgot that there was one already in the chamber, so I ended up cocking it and it jammed.
That's
As soon as
not
I
true, Your
put the
Honor.
jam and get the firearm back in the holster, she snuck and she hit me. And once she hit me, the firearm fell. Since I realized that she wasn't going to stop, I then grabbed her by her knees and pulled her into me. When I pulled her into me, she fell. Once she fell, I looked up. I see Mr. Horton, my ex-husband. He's running behind the gas station. I see Miss Davis going to her car. I'm trying to dial 911. I have antiphospholipid, which is a blood clotting disorder. So my nose and everything was profusely bleeding from the blow to the strike to the nose. And so the police came. When the police arrived, that's when actually the police officers had me to place my arms out the window, and they arrested me because Miss Davis said that I was pointing a gun at them, waving a gun, riding up and down the street, waving a gun. Once the officer got me out of the vehicle, he was able to see that their story was not adding up because my nose was bleeding, my face was messed up, my knees were banged up. And so he said, okay, hold on, something's not right. He said, but we do have to take your firearm. And my nose wouldn't stop bleeding in the process of the officer trying to take my report.
Did you prosecute Miss Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what happened?
Yes, sir. The case ended up being dismissed. Because
Why?
The case never got heard. This is the first time this has ever been heard, Your Honor.
When you're charged, something happens. It's dismissed
We went to
for
court.
a reason. Do you know what the reason was?
No, Your Honor. We went
Okay.
to court on several occasions.
I got
and they
you. You
dismissed
don't
my
know
case.
why. You don't know why it was dismissed. All right. Let me hear from you, ma'am.
So I scanned the parking lot. I looked to my right. Miss Ferguson immediately pulled out her firearm, cocked it back, and I saw that the firearm was jammed. So that's when I went in. I feared for my life. I saw that I had an opportunity to get the gun out of her hand so she would not shoot me. And that's when I started fighting.
Hold on. You approached a woman with a gun in her hand
That was jammed.
over
Your Honor. I
another
have a
man? Who
video.
you didn't know whether it was going to be jammed or not when you approached
Your
her.
Honor,
She
I
could have
just-
shot a
I
second
saw-
time and it not be jammed. You are a nut over this man.
I saw that it
You're
was
going
jammed,
at
Your Honor.
people with guns? Oh my God. Tell me about your counterclaim. This the harassment of which one, ma'am? Because you all
Yes,
harassing each other. What
sir.
harassment part
I have a video that I would like for you to see if they could play it for you, please.
of what am I going to see?
You're going to see on the video Miss Ferguson seeing me immediately and pulling out her gun and cocked it. She was
All
out-
right, there we go. There we go. Go ahead.
Police took my line because they lied and said that I pointed it at them. who's going to point a jammed gun at somebody? Nobody. See, you sliding on my excuse my language.
You say I'm gonna see it
But
happen,
you sliding
right?
on my
Ma'am, didn't you say I'm gonna see her do it?
Yeah, you're gonna see her saying that she done it. You're gonna see right here.
That's a lie. When you pulled up, I cocked my and it double jammed because it was already one in the head. I'll go to jail for minutes, whatever. But you know you're going back to jail, right? You know there's gonna be some more money out y'all pockets. See, I could be so low down. Food stamps, WIC, any type of government benefits, assistance, shut down.
That's enough. Ma'am, all you did is brag about what you were gonna do and what you had done to them with your gun. I cocked my gun and I'm gonna get them. You provoked every single thing that happened. You initiated every single thing. That's why your case is dismissed and your claim is granted. Have a good day.
Thanks, Your Honor. You're gonna get what you deserve one day. You're gonna stop trying to put fake charges on people that don't have nothing to do with nobody. Stop trying to file false claims and you won't get hurt every time. This is the third charge, patience, that I have won.
Alexis, I'm not gonna do that with you, Your Honor. I'm not gonna do that with you, Alexis. You know, and God knows what has happened. So you know what? You said I'm gonna get mine one day, and you know what? I feel like I've already done that, and I forgive you for everything that you did to me.